Hello, my name is Dr. Deanna Minich, and I'm part of the research and development team at Metagenics, which is overseen by Dr. Jeffrey Bland, and we're located in Gig Harbor, Washington, in the United States. I've been a part of Metagenics since 2003, and I've done a lot of different things since that time. And in my current role as Vice President of Research and Development Communications, what I currently do is oversee the dissemination of all the technical information in the company. And I'm also a clinical nutritionist at the Functional Medicine Research Center, where we see patients testing our products and doing small pilot case studies and trials. So what I'm excited to share with you is that I will be in the UK this September to share with you an information-packed seminar full of the scientific advances and clinical approaches for a whole host of different conditions, including metabolic detoxification, gut health, insulin resistance, and obesity and inflammation. So when we start the day, we'll be talking about metabolic detoxification. And as you know, we live in a toxic world. And these toxins, what we are now learning is that these toxins play a role in creating metabolic disturbance. There's a whole body of literature now forming around persistent organic pollutants and type 2 diabetes. So I will be uncovering that information for you, going through the articles. We'll also be talking about heavy metal metabolism in the body. So the metabolism of things like mercury or cadmium, arsenic, and lead, and what you can do from a nutritional standpoint to help your patients with toxic metal burden. And finally, what we will cover is a pilot clinical trial that we have done in our Functional Medicine Research Center, where we looked at patients with fibromyalgia and toxic metal burden. And we applied a whole program that helped to reduce their heavy metal burden and their symptoms. In the second half of the morning, we will cover gut health, and it's a perfect platform to go from detoxification to gut health. We will be covering the 4R program, the remove, replace, reinoculate, and repair. And we'll talk about case studies. We'll talk about the scientific literature that's out there on gut health. And there are many new studies coming out now in the area of the microflora and obesity, in the area of probiotics and hyperlipidemia, and endotoxemia and inflammation. So we'll be covering those areas very extensively. In the afternoon, we will talk about insulin resistance. I'm sure you've heard lots already about insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome. And what I have to share with you this time around is the results of a multi-center clinical trial that we just completed earlier in 2010. So these are exciting results, and I'll go through with you the nutritional protocol that we used and how you can better use therapeutic lifestyle change programs like first-line therapy to help your patients reduce their risk of metabolic disturbances. We'll end the afternoon then with a discussion around obesity and inflammation. We will talk about the role of endotoxemia in promoting adipocyte upregulation of inflammatory cytokine release and response. And we'll talk about the issue of happy fat versus angry fat that Dr. Bland has talked about. And then we'll end the day with a discussion of 2 studies which are on plant compounds showing that over time that they lead to reduced weight regain. So it's all lots of exciting work coming from our clinic to you, filling you with the latest in science, translating that information into a clinical approach. So I'm very much looking forward to meeting you and to being with you in September.